It's your casual cinema bro, and I'm here to talk about some movies. First up, Evil Dead Burns. After Alice loses her husband, she seeks solace in her in laws. As one by one they transform into deadites, she soon comes to discover that the vows she took in life survive even in death. Listen, I texted some friends and I told them this movie's gory, it's bloody, and a tad bit scary. This probably was the least scariest Evil Dead movie I've seen, but where it lacks in the scariness, it picks up in its brutality. This movie, these Deadites brought the hands, rated E for everybody. Everybody got the paws put on them. As soon as they heard this family got the sacred daggers that can take them out, they wasted no time. They wasted no time. They said, call up the brawler demons. Call up the brawler demons, send them through. And that's what we got for a good hour and 50. While this movie did still have a lot of fighting, it still found ways to be funny and even have some layers to it. Alice's character has been through domestic violence with her late husband, and this movie has a way of showing how families can almost enable that type of behavior. And we've seen it with Alice's mother in law, and also how she kind of fucks over Allison dealing with some of these deadites. So I thought it was pretty good in terms of telling a traumatic tale while also being scary, and also just knowing when to, you know, fight back against your abusers and everything. I also really enjoyed the color for this movie. It was gray, it was dark but still light in a sense. It just had this nice tonality. And I thought it was very fitting for this family. This family already seems like it was pretty fucked. So this whole movie seemed like it was doom and gloom. If you like Evil Dead, go see it. If you don't, still go see it. And definitely stay for the end credit scenes. There's two of them. If you're a huge fan of the series, you'll definitely like all of them, especially that last one. So take a look. The next movie we're going to talk about is The Invite. Listen, this movie might be the funniest movie of 2026 that I've seen so far. I can't hold you. Olivia Wilde, please give her a round of applause. She acted her ass off and she directed her ass off. The Invite is about a couple that's on thin ice, Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen. However, they throw a dinner party for their cool neighbors, Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz. And at this dinner party, the night spirals into unexpected places. And let me just tell you, go see this movie. Like I said, it's the funniest movie I've seen all year. The acting was great. Seth Rogen really did a great job with his comedic acting. It was very physical. It was very quick witted. A lot of the banter back and forth between Olivia Wilde and him were just it was a great exchange, almost like on some tennis match type shit. And the music, the score behind it really heightened the dialogue in some ways. It made things seem like it was going faster than what it was. It really made the scenes feel like it's moving in one direction, and they'll slow it down with some like maybe somber music to really fit with whatever they're saying. It really enhanced this film. I also thought the chemistry between the four of these actors was amazing, even the sexual chemistry. And when you go see the film, you'll know exactly what I mean. Another thing I really enjoyed about this film was the use of the apartment. It takes place in Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde's home the whole time. But credit to Olivia Wilde, she was able to section off each part of the apartment, giving it its own, almost its own personality. Even when you go back to the living room and they turn off the lights, it almost felt like you were somewhere new. You didn't feel like you were just in the same place this whole movie. Okay, now while I did say this movie is funny, this movie was able to also show its range in terms of just being able to be a drama, covering some heavy subjects, having characters face some very real life tough decisions and everything. And I thought that was great that I was able to balance that out and also not really ruin the vibe of the film and everything. So I definitely would recommend The Invite to anyone. Go see it. But hey, these are two movies I saw this weekend. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.